man who suffered with seasons of depression. During Elijah's lifetime, Israel stayed straight from God, and God uses Elijah to challenge them around their worship of idol gods. You remember one episode I know in particular. It happened out on a place called Mount Carmel. Yes, on Mount Carmel, Elijah challenges Ahab and the prophets of Baal to build an altar and to call on their God and tell him to answer by fire. Yes, they called and they called with nothing, not a peep, not a sign, not a spark. So at noontime, Elijah goes to them and says, what's up with your God? Can he not hear? Is he too busy or otherwise engaged with other endeavors? As a matter of fact, when we read the Living Bible, it says that he asked them, is he on the toilet? And can't answer right now. I didn't make that up. Just go to the book. It's in the Living Bible, chapter 18, verse 28. When evening comes, Elijah builds the altar and digs a trench around it. And in the midst of the drought, the Bible says that Elijah goes and gets 12 barrels of water and pours it over the sacrifice. The water runs down over the sacrifice onto the altar. From the altar, it runs onto the ground and fills up the trench. Then Elijah kneels down at the altar and calls on the name of the Lord. And the Bible says that the fire fell from heaven. The fire fell and it lit the wood and burned it up. And it lit the sacrifice and burned it up. And it burned up the stones of the altar. Then the Bible says it lit up the water that was in the trench. And the people who saw it fell on their faces and worshiped the true and living God. Here is a man who had the favor of God on his life. In chapter 17, he preaches his initial sermon and tells King Ahab, as surely as the Lord lives, the one I serve, there will be neither dew nor rain these years unless I say so. And church, let me tell you something, it was no rain. Here was a man who in the midst of a famine was fed by having a raven bring him bread and meat. I like to say that God actually hand-fed Elijah because ravens are scavengers and they don't find food for other folk. They only get food for themselves. But for Elijah, who had the favor of God on him, God reverses the nature of the raven and has him to come and feed Elijah. That's why you can't count people out and look over them, because you don't know who God's going to favor. He's sovereign and in charge. He's Lord and he's God all by himself, and he can get who he wants to when he gets ready. So I know I'm right about it. Elijah is then sent to a place called Zarephath, where he encounters a widow who's getting ready to cook her last meal for her and her son and go and pack up and die. But Elijah comes